So what happened as of about 1:20 p.m. Eastern Time, Thursday, December 14th, the FCC just scrapped rules protecting the free and open internet. So I'm reading this off of an NBC News article. I'll put the link in the show notes, but I'm sure it's all over the news. So there was somebody called in a bomb threat, and they cleared the building at the FCC before they did the vote, but then they came back and did the vote anyway. So the 5 members of the Federal Communications Commission voted Thursday 3-2 along party lines to scrap Obama-era net neutrality rules, returning to a, quote, light touch approach and end what Chairman Ajit Pai has called the federal government's micromanaging of the internet. Ajit Pai, oh, of course, he works for Verizon, his law firm, still gets money from them. So I'll read the rest of the article. The end of net neutrality rules makes a huge victory for the big internet service providers. Depending on how they decide to act, the repeal could have massive implications for the way all Americans use the internet. Yeah. This is... you know... It's, you know, it's like, it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. It shows you how awful the Republicans are, but also the Democrats let this happen. It's another thing that if the Democrats weren't such corporate sellouts that just give us these table scraps of like, pro-choice and gay marriage. Like, I was really happy when gay marriage passed, when Obama passed that. I had a really good friend of mine, Scott Kennedy, that was a stand-up comic that went to Iraq 50 times. He took me there 3 times to perform. He was a gay man performing for the military in a country where he was not allowed to get married, and he passed away. And so when gay marriage passed, he, you know, a mutual friend of mine who they used to date, you know, he was like, I wish Scott was here to see this. And it was like, yeah, he died before he could see gay marriage get passed. It was a significant moment. I was like, I was glad. I was, you know, hey, America can get it right sometimes. But then that's the problem with the Democratic Party. They just give us a couple little liberal table scraps. Gay marriage is a big, significant thing, but then, you know, they offer nothing in anything else, and they take all this money from these giant corporations. And preserving net neutrality was part of Obama, but he took all this other money, all this other places. And then the Democrats can't win it. They can't beat a reality TV guy. If Bernie was president, we wouldn't be having this discussion. So, yeah. Net neutrality rules treat the internet like a utility, helping to control what consumers are charged and ensuring there is no paid prioritization, where internet service providers would be free to create so-called fast and slow lanes, allowing them to choose whether to block or slow certain websites. Many Silicon Valley giants support net neutrality rules and argue that without them, the internet service providers could become gatekeepers of information and ultimately hurt consumers. Tech titans spoke out recently against the repeal. Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak, Vint Cerf, known as the father of the internet, Sir Tim Berners-Lee, inventor of the World Wide Web, and 19 other technology pioneers all called the FCC's plan rushed and technically incorrect in a letter to the Senate Commerce Subcommittee on Communications, Technology, Innovation, and Internet. Pai believes his move will spur innovation and blah, 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 blah. Every time they deregulate something to line the 1%'s pockets, they always say it's better for everybody. No, just you and your rich pals. Fuck you, Ajit Pai. Fuck you and your family. Light touch. It's unbelievable, man. So who knows when you'll start to notice a change. you know, I don't know. We'll see. It's got to go through more stages to vote, but it's, you know, it's just another reason we got to, I'm so furious at the Democrats. So if this, I mean, you know, shows like this are definitely not going to get, you're not going to get equal access. It'll be harder to find a show like this or Jimmy Dore's show or whatever. That's what this will mean. So, yeah. I really don't know what more to say. I just like, I can't even, yeah. What this proposal would do if it would give broadband providers the legal right to power to start blocking websites or censoring content if they don't have a commercial relationship with that content. And so the open internet as we know it could change. This is what Commissioner Rosenworcel told NBC. Perhaps not immediately, but over time, and I think that's troubling. Yeah. It won't be overnight, but you'll slowly start to see it. You'll slowly start to see it. And you think there's the deep state is pushing out propaganda and bullshit now? Just wait. They will control the message. That's what this is all about. They got to control the message. They've controlled it on corporate media. They've been doing that for years. They just can't control the internet, and now they're trying to do it. And they might very well be successful. So this is what happens when the liberal class moves to the right, moves to the center, and acquiesces to power and money out of selfish greed and doesn't fight for what's best for the human race and best for society. This is awful. I'm going to keep doing this show. I hope you guys can keep watching it. Thanks.